Long live the King. Ladies and gentlemen, after a grueling night of action, your King of the Ring stands before you, and his name is the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. Just 24 hours removed, man, to face some of the best wrestlers in the world and having what is undoubtedly, in my opinion, the match of the year with Limitless Keith Lee in the finals of that tournament. He is here just a day later in Milwaukee, and he is soaking in one massive reception from this crowd. Welcome everyone to Monday Night Raw. The Road to WrestleMania is truly underway. 6 weeks of shows between now and the grandest weekend of them all, as WrestleMania moves to 2 nights. But right now the floor and the stage belongs to this year's King of the Ring, the man who went through everyone in his path, the man who went through the toughest of the tough, the man who undoubtedly has earned his right to be called King of the Ring. Dunne stands in the ring. And I would agree with that. The floor belongs to Pete Dunne. Oh, he's got a guest! We have a guest, an uninvited guest, but a guest that will always barge through the door. The World Heavyweight Champion is in the building! Roman Reigns is here! We had no knowledge that the World Champion would be here, but he is here, with that world title slung across his shoulder that he has held for over 230 days. And he is walking straight towards the ring that Pete Dunne stands in. And the reception, as per always, far from positive for this man. Not that he cares. Roman Reigns heads towards the ring with a look in his face, and his eyes on the ring and the King that stands within it. Reigns said last week that his WrestleMania opponent was in action on that very night, and come the end of that evening, he stood and looked at Daniel Bryan and Pete Dunne, who occupied the ring. And if you look back to the King of the Ring tournament, it was Pete Dunne who beat Daniel Bryan in the semi-finals on his way to winning that King of the Ring crown. Roman Reigns has certainly seen something in Pete Dunne, and now that he is the King of the Ring, he has caught the attention of the World Heavyweight Champion even more. That much is plain to see, and that is why the World Heavyweight Champion is in the building tonight with title in hand, staring down at the King of the Ring. Well, there is absolutely no love lost from Roman Reigns towards Pete Dunne. He is telling him that King of the Ring is irrelevant when the Chief is in the house. What Reigns mean here? Reigns acting as if he can direct traffic around here on Monday Night Raw. What does the world champion mean? Oh my! Roman Reigns wants the King of the Ring of WrestleMania! And not only does Pete Dunne acknowledge it, he accepts it, and he states the challenge. Mark your books, write the match down. The World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line at the grandest stage of them all. It will be Roman Reigns versus Pete Dunne, Chief versus King for the World Heavyweight Championship. What a way to kick things off here on Monday Night Raw, and still to come here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the evening, Rhea Ripley will make her decision on who she will face at WrestleMania, Shayna Baszler or Tessa Blanchard. The very foundations could be rocked here tonight. What a way to get this edition of Monday Night Raw underway. King of the Ring himself came to the ring for his celebratory moment, for his pageantry, for his crowning amongst his own people, and found himself interrupted by the man who stands even up on higher. And now we are set for a date with destiny, a date with WrestleMania between Roman Reigns and Pete Dunne for the World Heavyweight Championship. What an evening. Just from that, what an evening we could be in for here tonight. And we are ready to get underway with our in-ring action here this evening. Speaking of King of the Rings, of course, this was the first man to really take King of the Ring and use it to take him to another level. The former King Pretty, now Prince Pretty, of course, as he no longer holds that crown, in Tyler Breeze, who will be going one-on-one here tonight to kick off the in-ring action this evening against Jay Lethal. King of the Ring finalist as well as Lethal. Tyler Breeze knows what it's like to be in the position that Pete Dunne is in, but the advantage is that Pete Dunne caught the attention of the World Heavyweight Champion. Tyler Breeze have to work for the rest of the year and win the Royal Rumble to get his hands at that World Heavyweight Championship. And now for Breeze, doesn't matter in regards to what's going on with Reigns and Dunne. It matters what's going on with himself here tonight in this ring and a match against Jay Lethal. The reality is Tyler Breeze has achieved so much within this company, there's no doubt about it, but really since he lost that World Heavyweight Championship, almost bordering on 3 years ago now, the peak within Tyler Breeze just simply has not been there. He has not been on that level that everyone else has been on. But he still has everything going for him. He still has the Triple Crown Championship. He still has the US title reign. He still has the tag team titles. He still has the Royal Rumble win. He still has the King of the Ring. Let's not make any mistake about it. Even though recent history in the past 12 months or so does not say that Tyler Breeze has been standing on a pedestal higher than anyone else, there is no getting around it. He is still one of the most successful talents this company has ever seen. That is why this is by no easy feat for a contest for Jay Lethal. A man who, of course, has spent the past several weeks catching the ire of former NXT champion and now long-term rival in The Miz. We heard, of course, the last time Jay Lethal was in action from The Miz's wife, Maurice, that he better get training, he better get in that ring, and he better get competing, because when The Miz comes back from his latest Hollywood film, and he will be coming directly for that man right there. This is going to be a damn good match, though, to get us underway on Monday Night Raw. The Road to WrestleMania, of course, is certainly underway, and while it's certainly going to be a harder journey there for these two guys as opposed to a Pete Dunne or Rhea Ripley, the path could still be there. I mean, let's just say the truth right now. We know that pretty much every title will be defended either the week of or at WrestleMania itself. I mean, now that it's gone to 2 nights, as we heard from Vince McMahon last night at King of the Ring, every title could be defended across those 2 nights. If that is the case, then I would say that the opportunity for a number of titles has opened itself up, including, of course, a title that both these men have held in the past, the United States Championship of Kenny Omega. Plenty to come here this evening, though, folks. We've got Thunder Rosa versus Bayley coming up after this. Of course, we have the still to be decided WrestleMania decision from Rhea Ripley on who she will face at the grandest stage of them all, between Shayna Baszler or Tessa Blanchard, and on top of that we have the interview with Jeff Hardy just a week before what could be his final match within the WWE, as he will take on Brock Lesnar in a tables, ladders and chairs match this time next week on Monday Night Raw. Plenty to come, though. That's the case certainly this evening, but we are focusing on the in-ring action right now, and it's Breeze and Lethal get us going here. As I said about Breeze, do not be surprised if he gets in a lot of offense on Jay Lethal here. This man has plenty of success to back him up. And Lethal, though he may have the more recent success, he's going to have to do a lot to try and beat Breeze to go along with it. Oh! Sideways based net crank there from Breeze, and a nice one at all. Goes into the cover. There's 1, there's 2, and Breeze does manage an early 2 count there on Jay Lethal. Credit to him. And that might be able to get him going in some measure for the rest of this contest here. Let's see what will happen now. Oh, good counter there from Lethal. Nicely done. Gives up the back to Tyler Breeze. German suplex. Folding Tyler Breeze end over end there. Look out now. Lethal setting up something big. Double underhook. Could be a double under powerbomb. Could be a double under backbreaker. Great counter though by Breeze. That is the reading, the calling, and the ability to counter of a world champion right there. The ability to know what the move is and slip your way out of it. That takes some doing, and Breeze showing that he still has that world champion mentality within him, even if it has been some time since he last held that crown. Drags Lethal now to the middle of the ring. Very intelligent there from Tyler Breeze as he was taking a submission. Figure 4 sharpshooter. We saw this recently from Zach Gibson in ECW, and it seems as if Tyler Breeze is incorporating it into his offense here this evening. Beautiful move there from Breeze. Locked in deep, but Lethal, of course he's going to know the counter out of that one. A student of the game is Jay Lethal. He'll know so many counters. He'll always spend his time studying and learning and getting better. And right now he's on the back foot to Tyler Breeze here. It's a nice neck breaker. Then a DDT with Lethal down on one knee. Moves into the cover. Has he beaten Jay Lethal here? It's a kick out at 2. The promise being shown there for Tyler Breeze, but Lethal though ducked out of the way. Nicely done there. Kicking the gut now. Breeze staggering a bit, right hand. Lethal has Breeze up against the ropes. Irish whip now, off the ropes. Oh, good counter there by Breeze. Nice right hands, gets himself out of trouble on that one. Breeze, supermodel kick, no one home. Lethal moved out of the way, and a Santo suplex puts Breeze down on top of his head. Good counter there from Lethal. Great reading, great timing. You really do not have much room at all to breathe to slip your way out of that one. But oh! Lethal not only did it, but he's found the counter and he is cooking now. Nice uppercut there from the second rope, but Breeze, credit to him, kicking out there a 1. These guys certainly trying to prove what they are all about here. Look at this, Breeze. Still got an air of confidence in him. Points to his chiseled jawline. But Lethal just forearmed it pure. And Breeze comes with a leaping one back in retaliation there. Look out, front face lock, great counter there from Lethal though. Nothing flashy, just effective. Lethal isn't able to capitalize though. Breeze does the same counter, crucifix on Lethal. Breeze with the shoulders down as they put away Lethal. 2 count. Counter for counter there though from both sides. Nicely done indeed. Supermodel kick from Breeze. Drilled him, did the former world champion. Breeze up on high. Leg dropped down. Almost like both the legs went across the chest and the face of Lethal. There's the cover and it's only good for a counter. What are you kidding me? Lethal kicking out at the counter 1 on that one. Incredible. And the opening presents itself again, and Lethal will capitalize. Double underhook backbreaker onto Tyler Breeze. Breeze felt that one. Lethal, he's cooking now. And while I'm sure the Miz is not watching, I'm sure one of his assistants or secretaries will be, and they will be telling the Miz, you better be worried, because once Lethal gets going, he is incredibly hard to stop. In the corner, flying forearm. Jay Lethal is showing Tyler Breeze why he is one of the greatest first generation wrestlers the world has ever seen. Look out there though, Breeze, a first generation wrestler in his own right, and he wants to show that he's still to this day a step above Jay Lethal. Great counter there by Tyler Breeze, has to be said. Looked to be in real trouble and fought his way out of it. Crucifix from Lethal, but didn't go for the cover, just drilling the upper back and the neck of Tyler Breeze into the ring there. Up against the ropes, great counter there by Breeze. You never know, when you're up against the ropes, you never know what you could end up with Jay Lethal. You could be on your way to that lethal injection. Discus forearm, desperation cover, and a kick out. It says that Lethal wasn't looking for the 3 count there. He was just looking to, was trying to create some breathing room for himself. Just place himself on top of Tyler Breeze, hook the leg, and take a few moments to catch his breath. While Breeze had to exert more energy, lifting the shoulder up there. This is a real intelligent opening contest here on Monday Night Raw. Both men throwing a lot at each other, but both men still pacing themselves, but Lethal! Willing to risk it all there with a top rope underhook superplex. Elbow drop, no one home. Breeze moved out of the way, and a reverse DDT capitalizes on a rock Jay Lethal. Great counter there from Tyler Breeze. Lifts him back up to a vertical basis. Supermodel kick connects again. He got it again. He got it again. And now Breeze, he's lighting up Lethal. He wants the unprettier. He wants to put away Jay Lethal right here, right now. Lethal though, he denies it. Great counter. Great counter indeed from Lethal. Gives up the back again. Tiger suplex connects. Didn't go for the bridge, but the move was damaging enough. But Breeze able to counter. And now it's Lethal perched up on the top rope, and Breeze gonna take the rest from up on high. Hurricanrana! What a move from Tyler Breeze! Lethal is down. Breeze standing above him, and he realizes the chance is right there. Here we go. Light it up. Beauty shot denied. No one home on the beauty shot. Breeze staggers up to his feet and into the lethal injection. Breeze had no idea where he was. Lethal pounced in the opportunity. A quick lethal injection. And now the old to Macho Man. Elbow drop from the top rope. Hooks the leg. Pinpointed to the chest. Jay Lethal has beaten Tyler Breeze. Great opener there from both men. Throwing themselves at everything. Putting everything behind their shots. But in the end, incredible thought process of Jay Lethal. And he beats Prince Pretty tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I may not have the best idea of what that may mean, but whatever that is, it cannot be good. I have my suspicions, but that was a warning message. And I think it was a warning message to this division from a certain someone we haven't seen in quite some time. Well, we move on here on Monday Night Raw, though, to the women's division. Of course, it has got the focal point at the end of this evening with Rhea Ripley and her WrestleMania decision. Both SmackDown and Raw Women's Champions will be in the building here tonight as Ripley makes her decision. But right now, we're in for some damn good wrestling. It's going to be Thunder Rosa, the woman who has really taken the women's division by storm in recent weeks, to go one-on-one against Bayley. What a signing, though, Thunder Rosa has been to Monday Night Raw Women's Division. But she only came here a month ago from the Royal Rumble, and already she has been throwing herself into the deep end, going straight after Trifecta and Jazzy Gabert. What a brawl they were having last week on Monday Night Raw, until Tessa Blanchard got herself involved, and I wonder if Thunder Rosa has any thought process about that, of course, given the fact that she got a magnum in the face, and it seemed as if she could have been closing in on victory over the massive muscle that is the alpha female. That's certainly, though, not what Thunder Rosa is going to be focusing on here tonight. Trifecta certainly busy for other reasons here tonight, and that is why she will turn her attention towards Bayley here this evening. Bayley, who will, of course, I don't think we've seen Bayley since the Women's Royal Rumble, so she'll be looking to make a statement for herself here this evening as well. That'll have to be an important statement at that as well, because this Raw Women's Division is getting more and more stacked, more and more difficult, really, to break down with all the weeks that pass, and especially, in my opinion, I do have to say it, especially with Thunder Rosa now. I don't know what it is about Thunder Rosa when you compare her to a lot of other names in this division, but there is just an it factor within this woman. She just has something that you don't see. Goodness, what a powerbomb right from the start there. She just has something you just don't see in a lot of talents. And I think it is something that has caught the attention of everyone, top to bottom, in this division. Oh! Big kick in the face early on from Thunder Rosa, hooks the leg of Bayley, but it's only good for the count of one. But yeah, I really do believe that there is something to Thunder Rosa that just almost puts her above a lot of talents already within this women's division. And if you are a fan of women's wrestling, certainly like I am, I don't think it's going to be too long before we're going to be seeing Thunder Rosa competing for that Raw Women's Championship. Thunder Rosa, Tessa Blanchard, what a match that could be right there. And who knows if Rhea Ripley makes a decision, stands by Trifecta, and goes with Shayna Baszler here this evening as a cross armbar is locked in here on Thunder Rosa, who slips her way out of it. Who knows, though, if Rhea Ripley and Trifecta truly prove they are forever, and that decision is made by Ripley. We could be in for Thunder Rosa and Tessa Blanchard at the grandest stage of them all, and imagine Imagine what kind of a match that would be. I would have to say, though, if that were the case, that would be a massive problem for Trifecta and for Tessa Blanchard and her near record-breaking Women's Championship reign. Nice submission there, though, by Thunder Rosa. Bayley does a great job of slipping out of it, though, and then an elbow on the point of the head takes Thunder Rosa back down. Bayley's got to be smart in this one. She's got to be cunning in this matchup. She can't just rely on power. Thunder Rosa has more power than her. She has to rely on her wit. She has to rely on her strength. She has to rely on the fact that she has been around here. She has the experience within the WWE ring that far outdoes Thunder Rosa. She's been here ever since the women's evolution truly came to the WWE a number of years ago now. She was at the forefront of it, but Thunder Rosa has always become the next generation of it. Nice running snapmare kick there. Cover made, shoulders down, count of one. Again, still plenty to do, and look at that from Bayley, showing that she's been through a few wars and she knows what a kick in the back truly feels like and how to return some real pain into the back as well with that backbreaker. Bayley now, second rope, lining up Thunder Rosa for an opportunity here. What is the leader of the Hugger Nation looking for from that second rope? Looks for the corner uppercut, but there's no one home. Thunder Rosa getting out of the way there, and a nasty landing for Bayley as she ate dirt in that ring. But she comes right back there, forearm in the face. This time, didn't work on the second rope, but top rope, here we are. Hurricanrana from Bayley, got all of it, shoulders down. Has Bayley beaten Thunder Rosa here? No! Shoulders up in time for Thunder Rosa, but this is almost feels like a sprint match in many ways. They are throwing a lot at each other in the hopes that it will stick. Big time knee drop on the face there by Bayley. That was hit beautifully, actually. Bayley now, top rope again, line it up, splash! Oh! Threw caution to the wind on that one, but there was a counter and a big backbreaker from Thunder Rosa. Cover made. Bayley with an emphatic kick out of two. Oh, they're going at it all right. They are throwing it all at each other. What a kick out there from Bayley. Thunder Rosa maybe took a little bit too long, maybe got a bit too complacent. Bayley coming back here in the corner. Exploder suplex. Folds her inside and out. And she's making the most of it. Lining up Thunder Rosa. Bayley to belly. Great counter from Thunder Rosa. Emphatic counter. It was necessary. And it is the end. Truly for Bayley. Driven into the mat. Bayley kicks out at two. Bayley kicked out there. Oh, but she might not get out of this. Snake Sleeper locked in. Bayley in huge trouble here. And Bayley taps out. What a sprint from both women there. But in the end, once again here on Monday Night Raw, it is Thunder Rosa who claims victory over her opponent. A great fight from Bayley. But it's proof that while you may have your finishing move up your sleeve, Thunder Rosa is never going to be the one to let you hit it. And if I were Tessa Blanchard, I would not be feeling ever so confident with myself with this woman around. But Bayley getting up to her feet right now. Thunder Rosa offering the extension of a hand, and oh! Bayley just throwing her away. Well, whatever plans Cesaro had up his sleeve, it seems to be enacted right now exactly the way that he foresaw it going. Whoa! Of War Machine has his eyes on Cesaro. Interesting indeed, but so too was that from Bayley just a moment ago. Bayley just pushing Thunder Rosa's handshake away there. That's something that you never see from Bayley. Even in defeat, she is magnanimous and respectful, but that was neither. Interesting indeed, but we move on here on Monday Night Raw to our next contest of the evening. Here it is going to be Montez Ford of the Street Profits taking on man who we saw at King of the Ring last night, albeit for the shortest time out of any of the participants, that unfortunately being Juice Robinson, who really drew the shortest straw that you can draw in that tournament, as he had to go up against Keith Lee. It was not a good night for Juice Robinson, no doubt about it. He makes no excuses for his performance. Juice said that, well, he drew the shortest straw there was, and he paid for it. And he truly found out what the hype is with Keith Lee and understands why he is who he is, why he is regarded as who he is, and why he is truly something else. But for Juice Robinson tonight, he said it's about rebounding, it's about giving the fans a great match. And that's what he wants to do with Montez Ford here this evening. And I think we could be in for another really good match, back-to-back, really solid matches here on Monday Night Raw, and I think we could be in for another one here. What the hell? Oh my God! Oh my God! Lesnar! Brock Lesnar! Lesnar has Montez Ford, and he is assaulting him in the corner, and here comes Dawkins! Brock Lesnar has just assaulted the Street Profits! Dawkins trying to come to the rescue of his tag team partner and his friend, but Lesnar snake eyesing him down on the top turnbuckle. Oh my goodness, Lesnar with an F5! The hell is the Beast doing here? Whatever it is, it has not spelled good fortunes for the Street Profits. F5 to Dawkins, and now the same to Ford. F5 to Montez Ford for the Beast. Lesnar assaulting the Street Profits. And he isn't done either. What are you doing, Brock? What are you... No way! No way! Lesnar with the both up! Are you kidding me? A double F5 to both members of the Street Profits at the same time! Look at this! The question is why? Why is Lesnar doing this? Ford and Dawkins are out of it on the outside, and Lesnar is just standing tall in the ring. Oh, that would be why. Lesnar doesn't care about what is transpiring on this show. He just wants to hear the interview with Jeff Hardy. A week before, as Lesnar says, he could retire Jeff Hardy. And I'm being told, folks, that interview is ready to go. And Brock Lesnar has run out of patience for it as well. So we'll take you to the interview that I had earlier today with Jeff Hardy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am here with my guest at this time, the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy, ahead of his brutal TLC match next week with Brock Lesnar. Now, Jeff, my first question for you. You said you felt as if you made a mistake by accepting Brock Lesnar's challenge. A week has passed since then. Do you still feel as if this is the only thing you can do? course, next week it's a very frightening factor to think that this could be the last time you step foot in a wrestling ring, and if that is the case, and if Brock Lesnar is victorious, what kind of legacy do you think Jeff Hardy is going to leave behind? My final question for you is, you picked tables, ladders, and chairs because you said this was a match that encapsulated your career. Does that mean that we're going to be getting Jeff Hardy with every ounce of energy within him as he looks to try and beat the Beast? Lesnar has not taken his eyes off of the Titantron since that interview. Jeff Hardy poured a lot. There was a lot that I felt from Jeff Hardy. Oh! And speaking of him, Hardy! From behind with a kendo stick onto the Beast! Jeff Hardy wailing away with the kendo stick. The Beast had his eyes on the Titantron. That's why he closed the interview out like that. He was lining it up to assault Brock, whatever the case was, and the fight is on just a week before what could be Jeff Hardy's final match in the WWE. Hardy sending Lesnar to the steps. You can truly feel every ounce of bitterness and hatred between these two men. Hardy putting everything on the line 1 week from now. But he's doing even more right now by jumping the Beast as he has. Lesnar has had no response to it yet either. Back in the ring we go, and it's Hardy who has Lesnar rocked. Look out, your dropkick, oh! Lesnar moved out of the way. Oh no, gives up the back. Lesnar, German suplex incoming. Hardy, he counters him. Jeff Hardy almost came up with a foolproof idea for attacking Lesnar. And so far, it has worked to perfection. And this crowd is eating it up. Twist of fate. Maybe a precursor to what'll come next week. Swanton bomb. No one home. Lesnar moved out of the way. And a German suplex. And all of a sudden, it feels as if the good work of Jeff Hardy was for nothing. Hardy caught in the grasp of the Beast. Everything that Jeff Hardy just threw at Brock Lesnar. He shrugged off. He acted as though it wasn't even struck in the first place as he takes Jeff Hardy to Suplex City. The boos reign out here in Milwaukee, and there's almost a fear that this is inevitable ahead of next week. Lesnar will be the one to send the point. F5 to Jeff Hardy. Next week it is do or die for Hardy. Next week it is win or retirement. Beast versus Enigma. TLC, pinfall or knockout, the only way to win. And if Brock Lesnar has his way, we say goodbye to Jeff Hardy. There is no doubt about it, folks. This is going to be one of the biggest matches of Monday Night Raw in recent memory. Jeff Hardy, Brock Lesnar, TLC. It is do or die for Hardy. Lose and he must retire. This is going to be one massive evening. When the gong sounds, it can only be for a bad reason, and Bray Wyatt may find that out soon. But right now, we're going to find out something else. Right now, who will Ripley face at WrestleMania? We have been waiting for this since last month, since history was made at Minute Maid Park. Since Rhea Ripley became the first ever Women's Royal Rumble winner. And now the decision will truly be made for us all to see. And out first is the SmackDown Women's Champion, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. And make no mistake about it, whichever champion makes their way out here, they are not going to be in for a positive reception from this crowd. And why would they be? Well, I mean, a SmackDown superstar on Raw is already persona non grata. But when you add up who these two are, it's no surprise. And listen to the boos for this one. The leader of Trifecta, Tessa Blanchard, who has almost had to deal with chaos and infighting, and the worry that everything she has spent so long trying to build is falling apart before her own very eyes. And I think tonight will be the true cursor of if that is the truth or not. Blanchard and Baszler stand in the ring separated by a table, titles in hand, and they look across at one another as we await the arrival of Rhea Ripley. A stone-faced look on the SmackDown Women's Champion and the same calm and calculated look from Tessa Blanchard. I have been told that we're going to get into a war of words as well. Despite everything that has happened or seems to have happened on the face of it between Trifecta in the last month, Tessa Blanchard's confidence is still at an all-time high with her group. She believes their everlasting legacy is on the verge of being achieved. And while I certainly don't agree with a lot of what Trifecta does, I find myself having to agree with Tessa Blanchard. Trifecta really did break open the door. Like it or not, I think she's telling the truth. Oh, Shayna Baszler, though, she's reading between the lines. She can tell what we've all seen, that things are not right in Trifecta. But Baszler doesn't care. She wants them to try and enact their game plan. She wants the destiny to be achieved. She wants to face Rhea Ripley at the grandest stage of them all. She believes she is the case. Trying to go into a verbal one-upsmanship with each other right now. And Tessa Blanchard is certain about Ripley's decision. And Shayna Baszler is telling her, hurry up. Get out here. Let's get it on. Let's sign the papers. Let's make it official for WrestleMania. And she's threatening Tessa Blanchard if it means that's going to take place as well. Tensions are boiling between the women's champions. All ahead of the decision that we've waited on month 4, and we're going to get here tonight. And we're going to get it right now. Milwaukee rises to their feet for the Royal Rumble winner. Here comes Ripley. The champions stand in the ring. And the challenger for one of them approaches. Which one? We are but minutes from finding out about. But Rhea Ripley will make a decision here that will shock women's wrestling for years to come. Which title will she choose? Raw or SmackDown? Baszler or Blanchard? She stands in the ring. She stares them both down, and her eyes though immediately go towards Shayna Baszler, and Tessa Blanchard knows it. Look at the ego from the Raw Women's Champion, and here we go, face to face. Ripley and Baszler face to face. And Baszler telling her to do it. Telling her to hit her. Telling her to commit herself to the cause. Baszler wants this fight. Oh, but she might not get it. A look between the two, and this place just erupted. Blanchard and Ripley, no! For a moment it looked like everything was about to fall apart. For a moment it looked as if Tessa Blanchard was about to be shut up to her face. But it ain't the case. Ripley doing the dirty work on Baszler. Power bomb on the outside. This place almost feels as if its heart was ripped out from it at the hope that we were gonna get. Oh, a pump handle riptide on the outside to Baszler. For a moment, it felt like everything that we had believed for the last month was true. The trifecta really was on its death's door. But Ripley has committed herself to the cause. Baszler wanted it. She got it. And Blanchard is right there to rub it in to everyone's face. Almost can't help but feel like a sucker. Like we did get played. The loyalty within Trifecta is as thick as it gets. The blood bond they share is as deep as it can run. And that was proven tonight. Baszler versus Ripley it will be at WrestleMania. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, Trifecta truly is forever here. Ripley! She took down Blanchard! Ripley just took down Tessa Blanchard! This place has gone apoplectic! Ripley saying that Blanchard played herself. She believed something that wasn't true, and now through the table goes Tessa Blanchard. It wasn't us who were played. It wasn't us who were fooled. It was Tessa Blanchard all along. The death nail trifecta has been struck by Rhea Ripley. The statement has been made at WrestleMania. Ripley and Blanchard for the Raw Women's Championship.